morning, Chargers.
This is Anastasia.
And Kristan.
Today we're going to recap on sports as well as the Quill and Scroll Club.
Let's jump right into it.
You know what, Kristan? The fit is not giving today.
Hey, don't say that. Today is National Be Nice Day.
I'm sorry. Everyone should be nice on National Be Nice Day. But unfortunately, we live in a complicated world and we need to spread love.
You're right. Speaking of writing, the Quill and Scroll Club recently had a meeting discussing press rights. Stella gives us an insight on this Journalism Honor Society.
The Quill and Scroll Club is a journalism honor society that sophomore, junior, and senior students in journalism may join. Students that helped create the yearbook, Wrsn, and the newspaper came together for a presentation on student press rights and freedoms.
We learned the importance of having a free press at both Suncoast and in the school district. By examining past Supreme Court decisions and school board policy, we were able to see how while our rights aren't unlimited, we still have a responsibility as journalists, students, to provide accurate news to the community and our school.
Representative Jonathan Falk from the Student Press Law Center informed the students of cases in which press rights were violated.
Another case come out of Missouri called Hazelwood versus Kuhlmeyer. It modified.
This has been Stella reporting for Wrsn. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Stella.
That looked really interesting. We should join, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Now let's bump it on over to Chris for recaps on a few of our volleyball games.
What's up, Chargers? This is Christopher with your sports for today. Yesterday, the boys varsity golf team beat Royal Palm 248 to 160, while the boys varsity bowling team lost to Jupiter after an amazing game. On Tuesday, the girls varsity volleyball team had a spectacular game at Park Vista, winning 3-1, with Michaela Thelias having a phenomenal performance. Speaking of girls volleyball, yours Paul and Alex the JV and varsity games versus Gardens.
Our Suncoast JV volleyball team took home a win away at Gardens on Thursday. They started off the game strong, winning the first set. Keeping up their momentum, they ended the second set off just as strong, ending with a score of 25-7. Players Raven McEwen and Noah Criscott talk about the highlights of the game.
We had a lot of good saves, I would say. One we played off the net, and the other one we went across the court to get. So I'm really proud of my girls.
For their next game, they have a few areas to improve on.
Since practice has started, definitely we worked a lot more on our defense, and ever since then it's just been improving. Defense is something we always can improve on, in our serves, definitely.
Great job with an awesome win. Reporting for Wrsn, this has been Alex Squadro.
Our girls varsity team went against Palm Beach Gardens in an away game. Initially, the scores were close, with both teams keeping the pressure on each other. By the end of the first set, Gardens squeaked out a win with a score of 25-22. The second set was just as close. Gardens had a strong start, but midway through, our Chargers began to reclaim the lead. Near the end of the set, both teams were playing almost point for point. At the end, our Chargers came back, kept up, and maintained their position, winning the second set with a close score of 25-23. In the final period, our Chargers really began to dominate the court, with solid serves and saves, culminating in a fantastic final set, with a score of 25-13. Here's number 11, Michaela Thelias, on how she and the team held their ground on the court.
I honestly think this was one of our better games. We were able to push it out all the way through, so I'm really glad that we were able to push it and show up and show out and really get to where our team should be. When I went on the court, I just wanted to make sure that my teammates were doing their jobs, encouraging them. When I went back on the service line, I made sure that I was getting my serve over and in so that my teammates can terminate the ball when we get it back.
This has been Paul Murnahan reporting for Wrsn. Now, back to the studio.
Thanks, guys. Make sure to come support the girls varsity golf team today versus Colorado Moomin. That's all for today. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Chris.
You know, I'm kind of interested in what clubs are meeting today.
We got you covered. Let's take a look at the clubs meeting today.
Wow, I might go to one. But guys, don't forget to get your form signed.
That has concluded the end of the show. But before we do that, let's celebrate.
Happy birthday, Chargers.
This has been Anastasia.
And Kristan.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.